Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the Sai Niketan College online classes. So, in previous class, we completed the remaining portion of that is Wheatstone bridge, Kirchhoff laws, Wheatstone bridge, and balancing condition of that Wheatstone bridge we got there, and after the direction of current in unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. Now we are coming to the meter bridge. Meter bridge is the practical application of Wheatstone bridge. So it is the practical application of Wheatstone bridge. Generally, in the left gap unknown resistance we are placing, and the right gap it is a known resistance. See that one, all of you, explanation for that normally. So generally, when you are observing that a wire is of 1 meter length and uniform cross sectional area we are taking there, that is stretched between these two. Along the side of this scale we are stretching here. So now one end is connected to that one, clearly you are observing that. So the ends of this wire are connected to a cell and key. Next, after that, two thick metallic strips, nothing but two thick copper strips are bent into L shape like this only, we observed that. And between them we are placing another copper strip, so that we are getting two gaps are formed. In two gaps we are connecting the two resistances. That is what we are connecting there. In the left gap is unknown resistance, R is unknown resistance, S is the known resistance we connected here. And here from the mid of this one, what we are connecting there from the middle thick copper strips. So galvanometer G is connected, a galvanometer G as well as jockey J, this is the jockey J is connected. Nothing but a jockey is connected to the wire. A jockey J is connected to the wire through the galvanometer only from the middle thick copper strip. So length of that one, how much you are taking there? 1 meter length means 100 centimeter. Somewhere you are getting the balancing point, means L1. Remaining becomes how much? 100 minus L1 only. So symbols is different. You take PQ and instead of L1 you take L, then 100 minus L you get in this form only. P by Q equal to L by 100 minus L. And here I don't know the resistance of this portion of the wire. I don't know this resistance of this portion. What I am doing that one, I am imagining that RCM is the resistance per unit length of the wire. RCM is the resistance of the per unit length of the wire. I want to calculate length of this portion A to J. What is that length is required for me. What I am taking that RCM is the resistance per unit length of the wire. Then when you are multiplying RCM into L1, what you will get? Resistance per unit length into length will cancel. Then resistance I am getting there. What is the resistance of wire from A to J? Same way, remaining RCM into 100 minus L1, what we will get there? RCM into 100 minus L1, what we are getting there? So here I will write it clearly. So space is not there, that's why I wrote like that. Now I will write clearly. RCM into L1, resistance of the wire between A and J. Where you got a null deflection, that is balancing point. RCM into 100 minus L1, resistance of wire between J, C. Resistance of wire between AJ and JC, that is we are getting in that. So now see that one, what we wrote clearly, from that R by S is equal to RCM into L1 divided by RCM into 100 minus L1, it will be cancelled there. Therefore R by S is equal to L1 by 100 minus 1. So R by S is equal to L1 divided by 100 minus L1 we got there. What is R? Unknown resistance in the left gap, S is known resistance in the right gap. That is already told to you, unknown resistance always are connecting in the left gap, known resistance in the right gap. Next 2 points you see that by increasing the resistance in the left gap and decreasing the resistance by any reason, suppose you are changing that by increasing the resistance in the left gap or decreasing the resistance in the right gap, any reason. By any reason you change that one, then balancing point shifted towards right. Same way, by increasing the resistance in the right gap and decreasing the resistance in the left gap, then what about the balancing point? So it is shifted towards the left by any reason. By any reason we are increasing the resistance in the left gap, balancing point shift towards right, or decreasing the resistance in the right gap also. Same way, by increasing the resistance in the right gap and decreasing the resistance in the left gap, balancing point shift towards left. Main thing you have to observe that resistance and length directly proportional. Like that we got relation R by S equal to L1 divided by 100 minus L1 means what you got, resistance is directly proportional to balancing length. So that's why you got that condition. So that point at least you practice for one gap by increasing the resistance in the left gap. Resistance increased. Then what about the balancing length? Increasing there. So nothing but balancing point increasing means it will shift towards the right side. Same. Like that second one. By increasing the resistance in the right gap. So it will shift this side. Nothing but shift towards the left. So that is the thing in that one. Only the small topic we are discussing because previous problems also have to solve. Neat questions are there still. So many questions are there maximum daily 2 So concepts we are taking there and we are solving the number of problems. Then we will get one idea how they are asking the question in the previous examinations. So next class we will discuss about potentiometer, the main topic. With that we will complete that part. So now see that one, remaining part of that we completed here, meter bridge only. Then coming to the questions, what is required for us in that? See that one, questions. Question number 90 onwards it will start. When a metal conductor connected to the left gap of a meter bridge is heated. Remember, metal conductor we are connecting in the left gap. And it is heated. As temperature increases, what is the resistance of the conductor? Increases only. So nothing but by increasing the resistance, by any reason you are increasing the resistance in the left gap, then balancing point shift towards right only. Balancing point shift towards right. In the theory I given that the same thing only. Next question number 91. So they given resistance ratios, so 2:3 they given. In meter bridge experiment, the ratio of the left gap resistance to the right gap resistance is 2:3. The balancing point from the left is they're asking in that. So very simple it is. Already you know the formula. Either P by Q you take there or R by S you take, your choice. What you are taking, that is only we will take. Now see that one, so that is I am taking there. R by S is equal to L1 divided by 100 minus L1. Or P by Q equal to L by 100 minus L. So what you taken according to that, no problem. That is not a matter to solve the problem. P by Q equal to L by 100 minus L also we can take, no issue. 2/3 is equal to L divided by 100 minus L. Cross multiply that. 200 minus 2L equal to 3L. So this minus 2L you send that side, it is 5L equal to 200. Therefore L is equal to 200 by 5. That is 40 centimeter. How much you are getting there for that one? It is 40 centimeter. That is the option number 3 we are getting there. Right. Next one, 92 question, you see that one. A wire connected in the left gap of a meter bridge, 92 question we are observing. 10 ohm resistance in the right gap to a point which divides the bridge in the ratio 3:2. That is, if the length of the wire is 1 meter, they given there. The length of the 1 ohm wire, a wire connected in the left gap of a meter bridge balance a 10 ohm resistance. This value is 10 ohm resistance in the right gap to a point which divides the bridge wire in the ratio they given there. So what is that ratio? 3:2 only, no? So we write that one. What is that? P by Q. Question number 92. P by Q is equal to L by 100 minus L only. So now see that one, left gap of a meter bridge balancing a 10 ohm resistance in the right gap to a point. 10 ohm resistance in the right gap, nothing but P divided by 10 is equal to, what about this ratio they given to you? 3/2. So now from that we have to calculate that one. What is that? So see that one, this value they given already, that value 3/2 only L divided by 100 minus L ratio, that directly they given there. 2 5 just, therefore P is equal to 15 ohms we got there. So now they are asking the length of the 1 ohm wire. That is. So now B is equal to 15 we got there. If the length of the wire is 1 meter, then length of 1 ohm wire is. So nothing but according to that we have to calculate there. So 1 meter 15 ohm means 1 ohm is how much? So 1 meter 15 ohm. Or otherwise you take in this order, then it is easy to 15 ohm 1 meter. 1 ohm how much? Cross multiply that. How much you are getting cross multiplication? 1 divided by 15 only, no? So length of 1 ohm wire is 1 by 15. That is 0.066 like that you are getting, that is B. Next, what is the value of unknown resistance R if galvanometer shows the null deflection in the meter bit setup? Diagram somewhere it is there. So just 1 second, we will identify the diagram for that. When you are taking that one, screenshots. Somewhere here it came. Maybe this side will come. Yes, this is a diagram for that one, that question number. But diagram is nothing is visible in that. So we'll draw the diagram what are they given to you. Resistors, you see that one. So we'll draw the diagram roughly what are they given. This is a thick middle copper strips, that is, so and 2 resistors with that. Just roughly I am drawing that what is required for the problem. That is the actual diagram they given. So I will check that material and I will draw that. 65 ohm and R. This is 65 ohm. This is the resistor they given, no? That is 65 ohm. That is 65 ohm. This is R ohm. And balancing length how much they given? 40 centimeter here. And jockey J, that is 40 centimeter. Then automatically remaining how much will get? 60 centimeter if they given or not. Total 100 centimeter or means remaining 140 or means remaining how much? 140 completed in that, remaining is 60 only out of 100. So this is the diagram what they given to you normally. The clear diagram they will give in material, you check later with the, which is connected to battery and key also, like that they will provide to you. See that one what they are asking in the question. Question required for us. So I will read from this only once again, not to go back. Question what they given, what is the value of unknown resistance if the galvanometer shown null deflection in the meter bit setup? Unknown resistance value required for us in the problem. Very simple. What is that formula? You know that P by Q is equal to L by 100 minus L only. That is 65 divided by R is equal to 40 divided by 60 only. 22 jars, 23 jars. Therefore, R is equal to, cross multiply the 2R is equal to so P by Q is equal to L divided by 100 minus L only. Then what you are writing there, this is only we are writing normally to calculate that. So therefore 2R is equal to 195 cross multiplication. Therefore R is equal to 195 by 2. 2 9 jars 18 and 2 7 jars and 2 5 jars. This is. So the diagram also I drawn there because it is missed in that one actually diagram, so that's why we drawn that. So once we are getting first option 97 point options also see 97.50 150 ohm, and second option they given there 105 and this is 110. Clearly only one is matching in that one, you know that one according to given option, that is the first one. Next, coming to the power problems in that. See the power problems here, it is clarity is there, it is missing. Electrical energy and power also previously we discussed, and problems were not discussed, that is also today we are completing there. Up to 38 is there, 35, 36, 37 and 38 is there. Right, only this much is available with us, so next page it is anyhow it is there, we can solve that. Right, now see that one question what they are giving to you. A boy has a two spare light bulbs in his drawer. One is marked as 240 volt and 100 watt, and other is marked 240 volt and 60 watt. He tried to decide which of the following assertions are correct. That is, the 60 watt bulb has a more resistance and therefore burns less brightly. 60 watt light bulb has less resistance and therefore burns less brightly, that is they given, and 100 watt bulb like that they given. Already you know that general formula P is equal to V square by R only. Nothing but P and R both are inversely proportional only. So resistance is less, then brightness will be more in that. According to that we are writing this. So now clearly you are observing that 60 watt having the less brightness because it is having more resistance. That is the first option. So then what is the answer are getting? First option for the next one. An electric heater is connected to the voltage supply. After few seconds current gets its steady value, then initial current will be. So this is also known one only. When an electric heater is connected to the voltage supply, after few seconds what happens? You are observing that current gets steady value, nothing but current is decreasing to its nothing but generally you are studying their growth and decay. Growth and decay of currents we are studying that time you can understand that one normally. That is so. We are observing that after few seconds current gets steady value, then it's the initial current they are asking there. So initially it is higher, then what happens? We are observing that. So because of this one, when it is connected to the power supply, temperature increasing there, current also changing there. Now it is highest value to it reaches a steady value. Heat will be produced there. So already you know that one, all of you. Then temperature is changing according to that. Then what happens? Temperature changing means resistance also changing there. Resistance increasing, temperature increasing there, resistance also increasing there. Resistance increase means what about initial current value? Compulsory decreasing and it reaches a steady value. That is what they are asking. Slightly higher than its steady current. That is second option only. So reason for the temperature increases as well as resistance increase, then automatically current will decrease, so initial value is more when compared to the steady current. This is the previous question, examination question. Anyhow, this is also simple. If voltage across a bulb rated 220 volt 100 watt drops by 2.5% of rated value, percentage rated value by which the power would decrease. So this is also same thing. Power is equal to V square by R. But small percentages we can apply the relation delta P by P is equal to 2 times of delta V by V, where R is a constant, where R is a constant only there. So directly multiply that all of you. 2 into 2.5 percentage. So you want to write in terms of percentage, delta P by P into 100 percentage is equal to. So that is you are studying in units and measurements already. This is only same thing. That is 2 into 5 percentage. That is 2.5 percentage. That equal to how much percentage we are getting? That is 5 percentage. Next, 38. 4 wires of same diameter connected in turn between the points maintained at a constant potential difference. Their resistivities and lengths are rho and L, 1.2 rho and 1.2 L, 0.9 rho and 0.9 L. Totally 4 wires they given, and rank the wires according to rate at which energy is dissipated as heated greatest. First they are asking that question. So see that one, all of you have to focus on that. The formula what we are getting there to calculate the power. Energy dissipation. Power formula already you know that I square R is there, V square by R is there, V into I is there. So according to that you take there. So that 8 question. See that one, 4 wires of the same diameter they are taking there, resistivities and lengths they given there. That is clearly they mentioned maintained at a constant potential difference. Power means we can write as H by T, heat energy by time also. Power and H directly proportional, no problem about that. V square divided by rho L by A. So that A come to the numerator. This is the relations in that. So power and anyhow diameter same means area also same. P is inversely proportional to rho L we are getting. Then we have to check one by one. What about the first one? What about the second one? What is the third one? What is the fourth one? We have to check there here. So length you take capital because they taken capital L only. The same thing will follow here in that. So see that one all of you. First one. So rho L only will get answer for the P is inversely proportional to rho L. Next. This is first case. Second case, 1 divided by 1.2 rho into 1.2 L. That is 1 divided by 1.44 rho L. Next. P3 0.81 rho L because 0.9 into 0.9 0.81 only. So next one P4 directly proportional to 1 divided by 1.5 rho L. So which values we have to check there clearly in that what are the answers we are getting there. This is. So now see that one. So these are the power problems are solving there. So we have to focus on that, right? So in which case we are getting the highest value. So 1 divided by this is nothing but what we are getting there. 1 divided by rho L only we are getting there in that. So according to that order we are getting there. So that is 1 divided by rho L only. Next one 1 divided by 1.44. And next one 1 divided by 0.81 and 1 divided by 1.5. So what is the answers we are getting there here? That is only. That is the important thing in that. You want to take a ratio you take there. Normally P1 is to P2 is to P3 is to P4 you take. So otherwise power and the heat dissipated or heat lost is directly proportional. Then you take in that way also. No problem about it is like a ratio only. Then what are the values we are getting there? You say that and you tell me what are the answers we are getting very clearly. We can understand that. So here first case it is like 1 divided by rho L. You leave that one. Remaining values you calculate. 1 by 1.44. So 1 second I will take the help of calculator. Actually we cannot use that. But anyhow here there is no other possibility for us. So that's why only we are using to solve the problem within the less time. That much only. So 1 by 1.4 nothing but suppose you are getting like some 0.7 like that only will get. I know that one roughly. 1 divided by 1.44 roughly will get that much only 0.69, right? Next 1 divided by 0.81 1.23 1 by 1.5 nothing but how much 0.6 something exact value required for us. One divided by 1.5. One second. 1 divided by 1.5. 0.666 like that. Already you know that value only 0.6667 divided by rho. So you can understand clearly. First case only one is there in the numerator. Here it is 0.69, 1.2. So it is 3 is greater. First it is higher. First one. Next one 1. Next one 0.69, 0.66. So that is the fourth option are getting there. 3 greater than, 1 greater than, 2 greater than 4 we are getting in that. That is the 38 problem in that we are getting. That is. Right. So remaining 39th problem. You see that one. Remaining problems here only there. A heater coil is rated 100 watt, 200 volt is cut into two identical parts. Both are connected together in parallel to the same source, 200 volt, the energy liberated per second in the new combination. 39th problem we are discussing. A heater coil is rated 100 watt, 200 volt. It is cut into two identical parts. That is the question they are asking in that one. So we have to focus on that, what the required one. First, resistance you calculate there. Power formula we know that V square by R. R is equal to V square divided by P only. What is the V value in that one? 200 only. 200 into 200 divided by, what is the power they given? 100 watt only. 102 just, that is 400 ohm. But now they mentioned that it is cut into two identical parts. Means resistance of each part becomes how much? 200. But again both are connected together in parallel. Nothing but 400 is dividing into two parts. Means first one is 200 ohm, second one is 200 ohm. Again these two are in what combination? Parallel. Parallel means 200 into 200, R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2 only. That is 200 into 200 divided by 400. 202 just, this is 200 by 2 means how much you are getting once again? 100 ohms. Is to the same source 200 volt, the energy liberated per second in the new combination they are asking there. So what is the formula for that? Once again, energy liberated per second, nothing but like power only we can take there, or H also, joule they given. So no problem, joule per second also they will give. So H is equal to, same thing, V square divided by R into T model only. H by T is equal to V square by R only. V value how much they given to you? 200 only, no new one also. 200 into 200 divided by 100. 102 just will cancel. That is equal to 200 into 2 means how much you are getting there? 400 joules. That is the fourth option. Next one. In the circuit shown in the figure, heat developed across the 2 ohm, 4 ohm, 3 ohm resistance they are asking. Total current entering is here I. Then it is dividing, so it is coming here, same I only. It is dividing here I1 and I2. So now they are asking that in the circuit shown in the figure, the heat developed means current is required, because H formula you know I square RT only. H is equal to I square RT only, joules of heating. Right now I1 value we have to calculate from that. See that one figure I will take side and we can clear explanation, we can do that one. That is question number 40. Side I am taking the figure clearly, because for that one clearly we have to solve the solution for that. Then everything is we have to explain properly. So that's why I am taking the side diagram of that. What is the values of that? 2, 4 and 3. 2, 4 and 3. Here no resistor, it is current entering here. This is also they shown I only. So it is I am taking as some I1 and I2. But already know that in parallel combination, what about the current in that one? You know that one. Parallel combination, what we are observing, current will divide. And in the series combination, same current will flow through that. That is only diagram. The same thing we taken here, right? So now potential difference will be same. So therefore 2I1 is equal to 4I2. Therefore 2 times cancel. I1 is equal to 2I2. But total current what is it is dividing? I is equal to I1 plus I2 only, no? Therefore I is equal to, what is I1 value got? 2I2 plus I2. Therefore I equal to 3I2. Therefore I2 is equal to I by 3. Over, problem completed. Means that I2 value how much you got there here? I2 value got I by 3, current is flowing here. Then automatically remaining how much current will flow here? 4I by 3 only, no? That is 2I by 3 only, no? Remaining. So here I2 value is I by 3 they got. Then what about I1 is 2 times of I2 only, no? 2 into I by 3. 2I by 3. Over. Completed. That is. Then H formula I square RT. General formula. Then you got all the answers very clearly. What is that? So H directly proportional to I square relation is continuing in that formulas. All of that we have to focus on that one. I square RT. So resistors 2 ohm, 4 ohm, 3 ohm will be there, and mainly we are focusing on the currents first. I1 and I2 values we calculated there. Now see that one, what they are asking the question in that one, ratio only. Yes, heat developed across there or in the ratio, right? Directly proportional to I square and directly proportional to R also there. So now we take one by one, it is easy to calculate that. H1 is to H2 is to H3 is equal to. So order 2, 4 and 3 only they mention. So first means what we can write, I1 square R1, I2 square R2, T anyhow cancel, that's I'm not writing. Next, total current is I only know in that one, I into R3, I square into R3. I1 square means how much you got there, see that one, I1 square value 2I by 3, nothing but 4I square by 9 into, what is R1 value, 2. Next, I2 square into R2, I by 9 into, that is I square by 9, sorry, so I by 3 whole square, I square by 9, into what is R2 value, 4. Next one, I square into R3 is 3. Eight by 9 is to 4 by 9 is to 3, that is 8 is to 4 is to 27. 8 is to 4 is to 27, that is, see that one, 8 is to 4 is to 27, that is the fourth option we are getting there. Next, last model, and that one they given, see that one all of you. 2 ohm resistors they given there are connected in parallel in circuit X and in series in the circuit Y. The batteries in the two circuits are identical and having zero internal resistance. 41 question. So when those are connected in parallel combination, what is the effective resistance? 2 into 2 divided by 2 plus 2, that is 1 we are getting there. So P is equal to, so parallel in circuit X and a series in Y. The batteries in the two circuits are identical and having zero internal resistance and the energy transferred to the resistor A in the circuit X within a certain time is W, that is only power, indirectly we can write as directly like that. So otherwise you take the W symbol normally according to that. So what is the power formula? That is they given their power is equal to W is equal to some V square divided by R only. V square divided by some voltage. Same thing. Now the next one, what we are taking the same thing, but here resistors are connected in what combination? Series combination. Now what about resistance becomes? Now what about the resistance becomes? 4 ohm only. This is the effective resistance is 1 ohm. This effective resistance becomes 4 ohm. Then what we can write? Second case. That is, second case we are taking some W dash, energy transferred power only, that is. So now what about that in case of parallel combination, potential difference will be divided. Potential difference will be different there. If suppose V is there here, we are given V, then how we can write across this one, across each potential difference, nothing but V by 2 only we are getting there across each one. Current will be same but potential difference will be different, you know that one. Based on that knowledge only we are writing there. So now what about W dash is equal to what we are getting there, that we have to focus on that. So first case, remember that power is equal to V square divided by R. Second case, what about that we are writing there, W dash we are taking there. And now the second case we are writing there, what about the resistance in that we have to focus on that. So effective resistance becomes when two are connected in parallel combination, effective resistance 1 ohm we are getting there. When two are connected in series combination, effective resistance becomes how much? 4 only, because 2 ohm plus 2 ohm, that becomes 4 ohms only. Right. So normally what you are writing the potential difference will be different across that one, but anyhow this is connected to the same battery only. That is the meaning of that here and that. So that we have to focus on that one. It is connected to the same battery only, like that we have to mention in that one. There are two things they given there. So now P is equal to V square divided by the effective resistance we calculated there. What is the effective resistance when two are connected in series? Parallel, that is, remember, parallel means R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. That is, so that is we wrote in the first case. Second case what we are writing there, W dash is equal to. So what about the potential difference now? We have to see that one in this case. V by 2 whole square divided by R, resistance. That is only they are taken in that one. P is equal to W, that is equal to V square by R in the first case we are getting there. And now from this what we are writing there, W dash is equal to V by 2 whole square, nothing but V square divided by 4R. But what about this value? W only, no? W divided by 4. That is only you have to focus on that one. That is. So P is equal to W, that is equal to V square by R in the first case. Second case we are taking that the same thing, like this we are observing in that cases. But here effective resistance R symbol only we are taking there in that one, we are not substituting there. Mainly we are focusing on the potential difference, how it is writing. So for this one parallel combination potential difference changing, but in case of a series combination what happens, potential difference will be different but equally divided there. That is only we are focusing on that. We are not focusing on the effective resistance for this type of problem. So with that we completed there these questions what they given in the material. Now we are going for the previous questions in the NEET examination, right? See that one directly entered here. So this is the NEET 2020 question only. That is the meter bridge question based one. So see that one, totally 4 questions they asked in that. A resistance wire connected in the left gap of a meter bridge of 10 ohm, resistance in the right gap at a point which divides the bridge of wire in the ratio 3:2. Length of the resistance of wire is 1.5. This model already there in the material. The similar model they given. A resistance wire is connected in the left gap of a meter bridge, that is balancing that. So nothing but what is the formula? P by Q is equal to L divided by 100 minus L only. That ratio also they given L by 100 minus L. Already they given it is 3 by 2 only, no? That is, so P by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. 2 cancel, therefore P is equal to 3 only we got there. Not 2, so this is 10 ohm. Sorry, that is 2 5 just. Therefore P is equal to 15 ohm. P by Q is equal to, so the Q value they given there 10 ohm. This ratio 3:2, right? So P is equal to 15 ohm we got. So now remember 1.5 meter 15 ohm. So now they are asking the length of 1 ohm of the resistance wire they are asking there. So 1 ohm means how much it becomes? That is nothing but 1.5 divided by 15 only, no? 15 0.1 just only, nothing but 10 into 10 power minus 1 into 10 power minus 1 only, no? 0.1 means how much it is? 1 into 10 power minus 1 only, that is. Same model they given there, P by Q equal to L by 100 minus L. Q value is 10 ohm, P by 10 is equal to 3 by 2. By solving that, we got the answer 15 ohm. So for 15 ohm, 1.5 meter wire is there. So if it is 1 ohm, how much wire is there? That is 0.1 meter. That is 1 into 10 power minus 1. Second option will be correct. Next, the meter bridge as shown in the balancing position they given to. If now interchanging the galvanometer cell and galvanometer and cell we interchanging that. This is already condition we have discussed that if we interchange the galvanometer and cell, there is no change in the balancing point. That is a very important point, we have to focus on that. That's why what you are observing that if you now interchange the position of galvanometer and cell, will the bridge will work? Yes. And what is the balancing condition? Same, P by Q is equal to L1 by L2 only. This is L1, this is L2 they given there. So therefore P by Q is equal to L1 by L2. If we change it also, it will work, no problem at all. Right. So that is what is the question, NEET 2019 question, that is the fourth option. Next, the resistance in the two arms of a meter bridge, they given there 5 ohm and R ohm. When the resistance R is shunted with an equal resistance, the new balancing point is 1.6L1. What about the resistance they are asking there? So little bit calculation part is there. Problem is simple but little bit calculation part. See that one, solution for that. So first case 5 by R is equal to L1 divided by 100 minus L1 according to the given figure. Equation number 1. Next, when R is shunted, means shunting means what is the meaning of that? A low resistance connected in parallel, but it is same resistance only now. So now the second case, what we are writing, 5 divided by R into R divided by R plus R is equal to 1.6 L1 divided by 100 minus 1.6 L1. So that is nothing but 5 into this value, how much it becomes? R by 2 only. That equal to 1.6 L1 divided by 100 minus 1.6 L1. So now see the calculation part, we will take the calculation side once again. Therefore, nothing but 2 will come to the numerator, 2 into 5 by R is equal to 1.6 L1 divided by 100 minus 1.6 L1. Over that one, that is the calculation part of that, main thing in that. So now what we are doing in that one? So this is the equation we got there in that. So but already know from equation number 1, 5 by R is equal to how much we got there in that? That is calculation part is there. If you want to calculate in that way, we can calculate because 5 by R value already is there with you. 5 by R is equal to how much it is now? L1 divided by 100 minus L1. So 2 into L1 divided by 100 minus L1 is equal to 1.6 L1 divided by 100 minus 1.6 L1. L1 cancel. Cross multiply that all of you. So 2 will cross multiply here. 2 into 100, 200 minus 3.2 L1 is equal to 1.6 into 100 minus L1. That is 160 minus 1.6 L1. Therefore, 200 this will send this side and this one you send this side. Nothing but 200 minus 160, 40, that equal to 3.2 minus 1.6, 1.6. Therefore, L1 is equal to 40 divided by 1.6. Means that 400 by 60. 4 just 400 just 425 just. That is equal to how much you are getting? 25 meters we are getting. So balancing length, how much you got there in that one? That is 25 meters we are getting there. So that is the calculation of that to calculate the balancing length in that one. You know the balancing length, then you substitute in any one of the equation easily. So substitute here in equation number 1. 5 by R is equal to 25 divided by 100 minus 25 becomes how much it is there? 75 only, no? 25 1 just, 25 3 just. Therefore, R is equal to 5 into 3, that is 50. Over. So, little bit calculation. So, but the model is important in that. So, you have to practice that one. That is answer what you are getting, B only. Next, last one in that previous questions. In a meter bridge, the balancing length from the left end, standard resistance of 1 ohm is in the right gap is found to be 20 centimeter. Unknown resistance means once again same, P by Q is equal to L by 100 minus L. You take there according to your convenience. P divided by standard resistance of, that is 20 divided by 100 minus 20 means how much? 80 only, no? Therefore, P is equal to 1 by 4. That is how much you are getting? 0.25. So these are the 4 questions they are given in that one. But first two questions they asked in the previous NEET examination, respectively nearly 2019 and 20 only. Next, this is based on the questions cell EMF and internal resistance. Cell EMF and internal resistance. Already problems we solved in the material. Previous questions we are seeing that now. A set of n equal resistors, the value of R each, are connected in series to a battery of EMFE and internal resistance R. The current drawn is I. Now n resistors are connected in parallel to the same battery. That is they given in that. So nothing but see that one in case of the first case, what they mentioned there, it is connected to a battery of EMFE and n equal resistors of R each which are connected to the internal resistance, that is nothing but R. Internal resistance also they given an R plus R. That is equation number 1. Second case, 10I is equal to E divided by, for internal resistance as another n number of resistors are connected in parallel, it becomes effective resistance R by N. Series means NR, that is only. So by using this knowledge what we can write, see that one LCM you take there, then it becomes NR plus R over that one, equation number 2. So that n will go to the numerator after taking the LCM. That is, so now from that 1 divided by 2 completed that problem. 1 divided by 2, I divided by 10I is equal to E divided by NR plus R divided by NE by NR plus R. NR plus R, NR plus R, E cancel, and I also cancel there. Therefore, it's need to 2018 question 1 by 10 is equal to 1 by n. Therefore, n is equal to how much answer we got? 10 only. That is the first option. The internal resistance of a 2.1 volt cell which gives a current of 0.2 ampere to a resistance, they are asking there. Internal resistance, to calculate that one, so voltage is there, current is there, and after that resistance is there. So what is the formula you have to apply to solve this problem? V, I and R is there, but internal resistance is required. You have to use the relation what is required for that. So what we have to do for that one, to calculate internal resistance, what formula we are applying there to calculate the internal resistance. So voltage 2.1 volt, next current 0.2 amperes, R is equal to 10 ohm. So now see that one, according to that, what is the relations we got in that one? Relations are nothing but based on the potential difference and EMF we got there, like I is equal to E divided by R plus R. So cell only, nothing but here EMF symbol we have to observe. I is equal to total EMF by total resistance. So 0.2 equal to 2.1 divided by 10 plus R only. Cross multiply that 0.2 into 10. So total 10 plus R will multiply here is equal to 2.1. That is 2 plus 0.2 R is equal to 2.1. Therefore 0.2 R equal to 2.1 minus 2 becomes how much? 0.1. Therefore, R is equal to how much you are getting there? R is equal to 1 by 2. So 0.1 by 0.2 becomes how much? 1 by 2 only. That is equal to 0.5. That is need 2013 question. So this model always solved there. Check that in material also there. Cell EMF and internal resistance. The third option are getting the explanation already given to you. Next one, a current of 2 ampere flows through a 2 ohm resistor when connected to that is the given in that. A current of 2 ampere flows through a 2 ohm resistor when connected across a battery. Same battery supplies a current of 0.5 ampere when connected across a 9 ohm resistor. Internal resistance of the battery they are asking in that. So see that one, current they given and a external resistance they given. Second case also. See the formula, that formula only. I is equal to E divided by R plus R. First case 2 is equal to E divided by 2 plus R. Therefore E is equal to 4 plus 2R, equation number 1. Second case 0.5 ampere, nothing but 1 by 2 is equal to E divided by 9 plus R. Therefore E is equal to 2E is equal to 9 plus R, equation number 2. The internal resistance of the battery, they are asking there. So E equal to 4 plus 2R and 2E is equal to 9 plus R is there. What is required in the problem is only internal resistance. So substitute E value from the equation number 1 in equation number 2. 2 into what is E value from equation number 1? 4 plus 2R only. That equal to 9 plus R. 8 plus 4R is equal to 9 plus R. So then what you are getting there? 4R, this R you send this side, 4R minus R is equal to 9 minus 1, 8, that is equal to 1. 3R equal to 1, therefore R is equal to 1 by 3. Next, a student measures the terminal potential difference. Next problem solution. V of a cell as a function of current I flowing through it. The slope and intersect of the graph between V and I respectively they are asking. Yes, we know that. V is equal to E minus IR only. No? So, see that one, what is the form of this? Y is equal to C plus Mx only. So here what is the Vi is there nothing but, so intercept value is E and slope value is minus R, because I is there, so on x axis and voltage on y axis there. So nothing but what we are getting there, according to that slope means minus R, intercept means E. That is the first option we are getting for that. Next, for a cell of terminal potential difference is 2.2 volt when the circuit is open. When the circuit is open, terminal potential difference is equal to EMF of the cell. Open circuit means what happens? Current flowing through the circuit is 0. So indirectly they given there V is equal to EMF of the cell only 2.2 volt. So nothing but indirectly they given EMF only. Next, voltage terminal potential difference separately they given. Next, R is equal to 5 ohm. They are asking internal resistance. So already formula we know V is equal to IR only, no? But I means what we can write? E divided by R plus R into R. V value how much? 1.8. E value 2.2 into R divided by R plus R. Capital R value they given already, that is 5 ohm only, divided by 5 plus R. So cross multiply that, 1.5 into 1.8 into 5. 1.8 into 5 means how much it is there, that value we have to take in that. So see that one, 9 plus 1.8 R is equal to 5 into 2.2. 5 to just 10 and it is, and 5 to just 10, 11 it becomes. So therefore 1.8 R is equal to 11 minus 9, 2. Therefore R equal to 2 by 1.8. Nothing but 20 by 18. 2 10 just, 2 9 just. Therefore R is equal to 10 by 9 ohm. That is the first option. Right. So like that questions are there in that one. So last question in that we are completing that. A battery of EMF 10 volt and internal resistance. This is the question we are discussing now. Last question. Across a variable resistance, the value of R which the power delivered is the maximum power transfer theorem we observed that. What we observed that? When external resistor is equal to internal resistance value, then power is maximum. This is the problem. Internal resistance they given already, which is equal to external resistance capital R. That is R is equal to R, then power is maximum. Over. Means answer how much it becomes compulsory? 0.5. Over. Completed that. Next, cells in series and parallel combination. It is cells in series and parallel combination problems. Cells in series and parallel combination. So NEET 2018 question it is, a battery consisting of a variable n number of identical cells connected in series. The terminals of the battery are short circuited there and current I is measured. Yes. See, the problem is very lengthy but solution is very simple. Battery consisting of variable number of an identical cell, each resistance Ne divided by Nr only. Nothing but E by R only. It is depends on the number of cells, it will be cancelled there. N and N will be cancelled, means it doesn't depend on the number of cells. It is a constant only. I is equal to E by R, that equal to what, a constant. Nothing but when you draw a graph between I and a number of cells, it doesn't change. So the first option, no change at all. Over. Next. 10 identical cells connected in series are needed to heat a wire of length 1 meter and radius r by 10 degrees Celsius in a time t. So this is the equation required for us. We have to observe that temperature, time, radius, length, all these are required for that. So formula for that one we are taking there. Already you know the Joule's law of heating. H is equal to, what is the formula for that we are applying there? V square by R into T. That is equal to, so heat energy means we can write as ms delta T or mc delta theta. Delta theta means temperature difference, because T symbol already there. Again confusion for us, so that's why I am taking theta. Delta theta means temperature difference. Now see the problem. 10 identical cells are connected in a series are needed to heat a wire of that. So nothing but it is generally V square by R into T we can write with the number of cells, means we can write E square, like this we write for our convenience. That is. So first case 10E whole square divided by resistance, means what we can write, resistance is equal to R is equal to rho L by A only, no? So once again we have to change this one. So R is equal to rho L by A. Otherwise you write the relation, that is only better thing for us. That A will come to the numerator, MC delta T. So now I want to write the relation what is required for us with the number of cells. So next after that time is required for us, it is there, yes. Next delta theta, temperature difference, same temperature difference only they mentioned. So how many cells are required? Heat the wire of length 2 meter. Only length relation one is required. Radius same means area same, temperature same, time also same. Area same, time same, temperature also same, specific heat also. So some value is there for that wire, they will give, that is also, it must be same only. Then we are focusing on the number of that is. So relation what we are writing in the first case, number of cells means EMF 10E whole square divided by, anyhow rho is resistance of the resistivity of the wire, that is also same, length L, length value how much they given, 1 meter. So 1 first case is equal to, in the first case. So now how many cells will be required to heat the wire? Length 2 meter now. Length 2 meter means the number of cells we don't know, any whole square divided by 2, that is equal to, so number of cells are required for us, that is we are focusing on that. Now when you are changing the mass of that, so length we are changing there means mass also changing there, indirectly meaning is it becomes now wire length doubled means nothing but length is 2 meter. Initially 1 is there, now it is 2 meter, doubled indirectly. So nothing but what about the mass also doubled. This is only information required, equation number 1, equation number 2. So both you divided by 10 square will be remain, E square cancel, N square is there, divided by 2 means 2 will come here. That is we have to observe in that calculation part, in that what we are getting there. So 1 divided by 2 we have to make to solve that one. That is only, so see that one what I am writing there, 100 E square equal to M, N square E square equal to 4M. So mm cancel there in that one. So both you divided by that, it is cancel, E square cancel, N square equal to 400. Therefore N is equal to root 400. That equal to how much you are getting? 20. Number of cells required is 20. Little bit calculation part only. Try to understand that length is increased there, so mass also increasing the wire of that compulsory. Next problem. Two cells having the same EMF are connected in series through an external resistor. Two cells I am taking, they are having the same EMF, which are connected in series and connected to external resistor. So internal resistors are there for that one. This is R1 and R2, but same EMF, E and E only. For this also E only. But internal resistance R2. But R1 is greater than R2. When the circuit is closed, the potential difference across the first cell is 0. So first total current we calculate there, that what we are getting there. I is equal to total EMF. So both are connected in series means E plus E only 2E divided by what is the total resistance? R plus R1 plus R2. Equation number 1. Then potential difference across the first cell. What happens? Current will start here. We know that one. It is a discharging only. V is equal to E1 or first across the first one means V1 you take there minus I R1. But already they mentioned to you what is that voltage across the first one? 0. E1 minus I R1. Therefore E1 is equal to I into R1. Therefore E1 is equal to E1 value means nothing but first cell is nothing but E only, no? You continue with that one, E only you take there, okay? According to the symbols correctly you have to follow. First cell also, second cell also, both same only they mentioned. E equal to 2E divided by R plus R1 plus R2 into R1 only. E cancel, therefore R plus R1 plus R2 is equal to 2R1. 2 will remain no there. So therefore R is equal to 2R1 minus R1 minus R2. So that is the answer we are getting. R1 minus R2 we are getting there in that. Right. So see that one, next one. Two batteries, one of EMF 18 volt and internal resistance 2 ohm and other of EMF 12 volts and internal resistance 1 ohm are connected as shown in the figure. Voltmeter will record a reading of, that is they are asking there. So we will start in any direction, you can understand that both will be in opposite direction only. Net EMF we have to calculate. I is equal to total EMF 12 volt and 18 means it is 6 only divided by total resistance 1 plus 2 only. Total EMF by total resistance in the circuit, that is I is equal to 6 divided by that value. How much we are getting the total EMF divided by total resistance in that circuit? 6 divided by 3, that is 2 ampere only. So now what they are asking in that one, what about the voltmeter reading? They are asking, suppose current will start here, it will go here. V is equal to E minus IR. V equal to EMF is 18 minus 2 into what is the resistance? Internal resistance 2. 18 minus 4, that is 14 volts. That is the fourth option we are getting there for that. So this is the similar model, already maximum power concept we told you. What is the two identical batteries they are taking there? Each of EMF 2 volt and internal resistance 1 ohm. So that means indirectly what about the external resistance there? Sum of the internal resistance only. R is equal to R1 plus R2, but each are having how much resistance? 2 only. 2 are there, 2 resistors are there. Internal resistance values 2 are there. So to calculate external resistance, what we are taking there? Sum of the internal resistance only, because when external resistance is equal to sum of the internal resistance, then we will get the maximum value of power. Indirectly, what is the meaning of that? External resistance is equal to 2 ohm and EMF is equal to how much they given? 2 volt, and 2 identical batteries are there, each having EMF 2 volt only. Then what about the power they are asking there? Power formula already you know that one. E square divided by 4R only, that is we are getting by solving that. Already we got there, check that one, maximum power transfer theorem. 2 are there in that one. So 2R means nothing but what they are mentioned in that one clearly. 2 identical cells means our total EMF becomes how much according to that? 2 plus 2 only, net EMF 4 volt only. So by solving that, what is the answer we are getting? We have to check there. E square divided by 4R. E square means 16 divided by 4 into 2 only, that is 16 divided by 8, 2 just 2 watt we are getting. 2 watt we are getting for that. Right. So this is also same model only, direct equation. It is I is equal to net EMF divided by total resistance. Net EMF divided by total resistance you apply there and solve that one. Similar model already we solved there. And what is the potential difference means you take this one, this is the point P, this is the point Q. You apply the Kirchhoff rule for that. To solve that we are getting the answer for that. So I is equal to E divided by R plus R, net EMF. What is the net EMF? Both are in the opposite, nothing but 4 only. Divided by what is the total resistance? 1 plus 2 plus internal resistances are there. 9 plus 1 plus 2, that is 4 by 12, that is 1 by 3 amperes. Next, the second one, potential difference between P and Q. So, see that one, what we are starting from point P, Vp, and how much current is flowing through the circuit we told you, that is 1 by 3 ampere only, okay? No? So current is flowing in this way only because 8 volt is dominating there. So current will flow in this way only. So Vp, now, so our direction, we are moving in this way but current is coming opposite to that. So product will be 1 by 3, positive only product of that. And we are moving from negative to the positive terminal plus minus 8, again plus 2 into 1 by 3 equal to Vq. So Vp plus 1 by 3, 4 minus 8 means minus 4 plus 2 by 3. So 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 1 only. Therefore Vp minus Vq is equal to minus 4 is on that side, plus 1 becomes minus 1, 3 volt. This is so 1 by 3 and 3 volt only. So this is electric power based questions are there. These are electric power based previous questions. Which of the following act as a circuit protection? Everyone knows that one. What is that? A fuse wire only, no? That is only we are taking fuse. Next, the charge flowing through a resistor R varies with the time is Q is equal to AT minus BT square. So this is a little bit lengthy part. I will discuss to you. So Q is equal to AT minus BT square. Total heat produced in that they are asking there. So Q is equal to AT minus BT square. What about the current we are writing there? I is equal to dQ by dt. Differentiate that one, A minus 2BT, that equal to 0. Therefore, T is equal to how much answer we are getting? A by 2B we are getting there. So total heat produced means H is equal to I square R dt. dH is equal to I square R dt. Integrating on both sides, how much are getting there? This is only, no, that is only they given in that. So that equal to integral limits from where to where? 0 to time how much? A by 2B. What is I square R dt? I value how much you got there? A minus 2BT only, no? To calculate that one, what we are taking there? Maximum condition we are taking there, that is make 0. Then we got the time limit also in that. That's why only. A minus 2BT whole square into R dt. So this is a little bit calculation part will be there. So focus on that all of you carefully how we are solving that. That equal to 0 to A by 2B. So A minus 2BT whole square, A square plus 4B square T square minus 4ABT into R dt. So R is a constant to write outside, no problem at all. Remaining A square dt is there. Dt will be common for all the terms, no? So A square dt means it becomes A square T plus 4B square T square dt means T cube by 3 minus 4AB. 2AB means that is only, so 4AB T dt means T square by 2. Limits from 0 to A by 2B. That is R into A square into what is T value in that one? See that one calculation part will be there. Little bit more calculation actually I want to tell this is. So anyhow we will discuss to you. It is T means A by 2B plus 4B square into T cube by 3 is there. T cube by 3 means how much? A by 2, A by 2B whole cube, that is A cube by 8B cube into, in the denominator already 3 is there, minus 4 into AB by 2 into T square means A square by 4B square. Anyhow, lower limit 0, the same thing will continue throughout that, 0 only, once again not required. Remaining you calculate. Therefore, H is equal to R into A cube by 2B plus 1 B square will be cancelled, then B will be remain, 4 2 just will be cancelled, that is A cube divided by 6B, then 1A will be not cancelled here, so B will be cancelled here, and 4 will be cancelled here, minus A cube divided by 2B. So how much answer we are getting there? By solving that clearly, we are observing that what is the answer we are getting for that. Easily it is, we can understand that what is the answer we are getting there. So first term, last term will be cancelled. Therefore H is equal to R A cube divided by 6B. So A cube R divided by 6B. Two cities are 150 km apart. Electric power is sent from one city to the another city through the copper wire. Falling potential per kilometer is 8 volt. Then average resistance per kilometer is 0.5 ohm. The power loss they are asking in that. So this problem, see that one solution for this problem. Two cities are 150 km apart. So power formula already know that V square by R only. So see that one, falling potential. So for kilometer 8 volt. How much distance is there? 150 kilometers are there. Means 150 into 8 only, you know. That is how much you are getting there? 1200 volt. Second one, average resistance per kilometer is 0.5 ohm. Means for 1 kilometer is half ohm. 1 by 2 is 0.5 ohm. 150, how much it becomes? 150 into 1 by 2, 75 ohms. Then voltage you got, resistance you got, power equal to V square by R. 1200 into 1200 divided by 75. So how much cancellation will be happens in that one? See that one. Suppose 1200 I am writing there in this way. 1200 into 12 into 100 divided by 75. 25 3 just, 25 4 just, 3 4 just. 4 4 16, 16 into 12 192. So 192 how we are writing there? 19.2 kilowatt only. So this problem already we solved there. We check that one, all of you. 5% you got there in the material question only, that is we solved already from that. Next, an electric kettle. Next problem. This problem we are discussing there. An electric kettle takes 4 ampere current at 220 volt. How much time it will take to boil a 1 kg of water from temperature 20 degrees Celsius? The temperature of boiling water is 100 degrees Celsius. So now the time, we are focusing on the time in that one. Current they given, voltage they given there, and after that mass also they given there, temperature difference also there. So what we can do in that one? Only one thing we can do is, so power is equal to what is that? We can write as voltage into current only. That is equal to what we can write as power means energy by time or work by time, that is ms delta t. We can write in that one to calculate that. Only that thing only we know that in this one. Okay, right now power is equal to h by t, heat energy divided by time only. That is equal to ms delta T or mc delta T specific heat. This is only, we know that one. H formula, that is only, So, voltage, current, and after that, how much time it will take to boil 1 kg of water from 20 degrees Celsius, the temperature of boiling water, they given in that. So, first power we are calculating there in that one. So, see that one. What is the power formula? Voltage into current only. Power is voltage into current. That is ms delta T. That is nothing but heat part divided by time according to the formula. So this value we will get there. 4 into 220 means how much? 880 is equal to mass 1 kg. What is the specific heat of water? 4200 into delta T. 20 and 100 temperature difference, 80 divided by T. So 1 0 will be cancelled, 8 11 just will be cancelled. Therefore T equal to 4200 by 11. But answer they are not given in the seconds, they are given in the minutes. So this is second only. Convert into minutes means what we can do again? Divided by 11 into 60. Then that will get answer in this. So 70. 70 by 11, that is how much you are getting there? 6.3 minutes you are getting there. Check that one. We are getting 6.11. 6 just only, that is. So remain simple problems are there, try to solve those one, and last problem I am completing with that. In India, electricity is supplied for domestic use at 220 volt, but in USA it is 110 volt only. Resistance of 60 watt bulb is in India is R, and resistance of the 60 watt bulb in USA. Power is same. What is the power is of that one? 60 watt only. Then just you have tried the relation between V and R only. Power formula, what is that? V square by R only, no? So in India, 220 whole square divided by R, that is equal to in America or USA 1 whole square divided by a resistance of that some R dash. That is one. 220 whole square, nothing but how much you are getting there, you write 220 into 220 by R is equal to 110 into 110 divided by R dash. 110 2 jas, 110 2 jas. Therefore R dash is equal to R by 4 we are getting. Fuse wire is a wire of, they are asking there, remember that fuse wire having the high resistance and a low melting point. Fuse wire nothing but, so to protect the device you are using, the starting we discussed that it should be having high resistance and low melting point. That is the property of that. Two bulbs are 40 watt and 200 volt, and 100 watt and 100 watt and 200 volt. The correct relation for the resistance, already know that. What is that? 40 watt having the high resistance when compared to that, because P equal to V square by R. P and R both are inversely proportional. As power is less, resistance will be more. So it is simple. R40 is greater than R100. Next, a 5 degrees Celsius rise in temperature observed in a conductor by passing a current. When the current is doubled, the rise in the temperature they are asking there. So power formula we know that one. I square R. Our heat energy formula H is equal to I square RT. So that equal to ms or mc delta theta or delta T temperature difference. Now relation you write there. What is the relation required? Current and temperature. See that one. Heat energy and so heat energy produced here, and that is heat energy general formula you are studying in the thermal properties of matter mc delta T. So I square directly proportional to. So what we are writing there? I square divided by second case what happens? 2I square, that equal to delta theta 1, that is given as 5 divided by delta theta 2. So therefore 1 by 4 equal to 5 divided by delta theta 2. So therefore delta theta 2 is equal to how much you got there? 20 degrees Celsius. Right, so this is the problems you can solve that. Try to solve that one. The first one is easy question. 100 watt and 200 volt means the resistance you calculate there first, all of you, and voltage they given there later. So first resistance you calculate from the given information, calculate R value. then voltage is there, you apply P equal to V square by R. So one of the option will match for that. And 1 kilowatt hour means how much, you know that one normally, that is 36 into 10 power 5 joules only. Kilo means 1000, watt means watt hour, that is kilowatt, 1000 watts, hour means 3600 seconds. So multiplying that, 36 into 10 power 5, you are getting option C. A 4 microfarad capacitor charged to a 400 volt. If its plates are joined to a resistance, then heat produced. Already know energy stored in a capacitor. How much energy will be stored? Totally work done by the battery is CV square. Half of that one will be stored in that one. Remaining half will be appeared as a loss only. So heat produced is equal to half CV square only. So apply that one. We'll get the answer for that also. So these are the maximum models we are covering there, what they given in that, almost all everything we are covering there. So properly you observe the classes and practice that, then we'll get compulsory seat very easily. So what are the models they are asking, almost everything we covered in that one. So at least you see that one, and later just to practice that we'll get very easily the required concepts what we are discussing in the class. So thank you one and all. With this I am ending my class. Stay home, be safe, and take care of your parents also. Do the hard work. It is the right time to do the hard work. Daily we are discussing the same thing. So it is possible to make your notes, and like this, what is the notes we are giving there, at least practice those, and after that try to solve the problems, revise the problems once again. Then it is very beneficial to you. Thank you and all. With this I am ending my class. Thank you.